Premier League, amongst the top 5 leagues in the world, is leading the race on the total amount spent on transfer of players from the end of last season till now. The transfer window is still open. There's still possibility that some other teams are going to be in this top 5 list of the teams that have spent the most money in this transfer window. And I believe in the last few seasons, Premier League has been signing a lot of players coming, especially Liverpool last season. Liverpool signed a lot of players, about 400 million euros, to get players into their team. They signed Words, they signed Isak, they signed Kekes, they signed Ekitike, and some other players. So Premier League in the last few transfer windows have been spending a lot of money to get players to come into the Premier League and play football. This current transfer window, we have 4 teams in 5 that have spent the most in this transfer window. Number 1 is Chelsea. Chelsea in total have spent 388 million euros to get players. Only Rogers is about 114 thereabout. So Chelsea in total have spent 388 million euros. Tottenham at number 2 have spent 267 million euros. We know Tottenham signed Tonali from Newcastle. They signed Matheus Fernandes from West Ham. They have spent a lot of money. And number 3 is Real Madrid. Their total spending is 225 million euros so far in this transfer window. At number 4 is Manchester City, 175 million euros so far. And number 5 is Arsenal. Arsenal have spent a total 167 million euros in this transfer window so far. All these spending happened in this transfer window, and it's so shocking. It's so shocking because year in year out, Premier League have been signing players, and yet they have not really been dominating in the Europe. That should be one of the reasons why you are signing players to dominate in Europe. So it's 4 Premier League teams in this top 5 teams that have spent the most money in this transfer window, and it's not really happening like that in La Liga. The purpose or the reason why you are signing players should be to dominate in the Europe. If you are spending this kind of money and you are not dominating in Europe, I don't know what's going to happen. It should be the reason why you are spending so much in Europe. Last season, we saw PSG knocked out Arsenal in the final. And even in that Champions League format, we saw so many Premier League teams qualify for the round of 16 or round of 30, or round of 16, I believe. So many of them were knocked out. About 6 teams qualified, 3 were knocked out. It's not only in the Premier League that you guys are playing, you are playing in the Europe. So all these signings should reflect in the Europe. So let's see what happens. Premier League teams have spent the most in this transfer window, and I hope it's going to reflect in the Europe competitions next season. In Conference League, of course, they won the Conference League, they won the Europa last season. In the Europa and the Conference League and in the Champions League, most especially, that's the highest stage of club football. So let's see what happens. Let's hope.